Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I want to talk about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and a proposed system I came up with. And I've saw some inspiration. I'm not 100% come up with this idea on my own, but I've had some inspiration from Reddit posters and Twitter people and all sorts of things. And I thought of a system of how they could possibly fix the perk issue that we're having within Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies. Now, so overall, Black Ops 4 Zombies has been absolutely incredible. I'm loving the hell out of it. All the maps are good in their own way. Personally, Voyage is probably my favorite out of all of them. Blood of the Dead is also incredible. 9 is insanely amazing. It's very unique and different than anything we've seen before. Classified it is a nice homage to the past maps and doesn't have much replayability, but it has a lot of good story elements in there, which is probably the biggest upside to it. It has custom mutations and all these other things that you can do. Plus, we have multiplayer and Blackout alongside it. This Call of Duty is already looking to be one of the best of all time, which is so relieving to me because I'm really happy we can get a Call of Duty that I can possibly say is my favorite, possibly even better than Black Ops 2, which is really saying something. But there is one thing in Zombies that I've kind of complained about a lot, and it's not something they can really fix, because a lot of the things that they can fix, like the dog issue, or the fact that a lot of them spawn in and they're really too overpowered, or the whole health issue and all that, which they already fixed these problems, but the health issue is one thing that I kind of wish they didn't change, and I wish they did something else with it. And I'm going to explain that in this video here. So my idea is this. So there's two problems I have: the no jug, no speed cola, no double tap problem, as well as the being restricted to 4 perks per map problem, as well as the perks being assigned to generic machines, not really giving them personality, if you know what I mean. If you watch Rad Austin 27's recent Zombros stream, they kind of talked about it. Johnny J kind of talked about it a little bit in the stream, how it was kind of like, now it's different on the Chaos maps because this is new to us, this is something completely different, but for the original maps, it's really just not right seeing perks like Quick Revive and Speed Cola on these generic machines that you can put any other perk in it. It really takes away the personality of the machines, and there's no perk jingles, like, that's kind of, I mean, there is a perk jingle, but it's one perk jingle for all the perk machines. It's kind of like, it's weird. I don't like it, but those are 3 problems, and I have a fix for all 3 of them. So first things first, the jug, speed cold, double tap problem, not having those 3 perks. Double tap is not a problem because they have a remedy for it, which is, of course, every time you pack a punch, double pack a punch, you get plus 25% damage on your gun. So it increases each time you double pack it. 4 times I believe you can do it. You can't do it any more than that. So that's basically remedy for double tap. We have a way to make our guns do more damage, so we don't need double tap anymore. I'm fine with them removing it just because of that factor right there. Great. Speed Cola. Speed Cola has the remedy of fast mags, but the problem with that remedy is the fact that fast mags is not obtainable on every weapon. And it's not because it's not obtainable on wonder weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of wonder weapons, I want to be able to reload faster, like the ray gun, the Winter's Howl, the Blundergat, all these different guns. Some of them, they do increase the reload speed by a little bit, or they decrease the reload speed by a little bit when you pack a punch it or upgrade it, but it's not by that much, not as much as Speed Cola would do. Speed Cola would make it like almost instant on the Blundergat. Remember that? And so it's kind of like, we don't get our Speed Cola, so how are we supposed to increase the reload speed or decrease the reload speed of these guns? Well, there really is no remedy. There just isn't, and that's something that they have to, address. And I think what they should do is they should make it so when you upgrade any wonder weapon, it increases, or I keep saying increases, decreases the reload speed. Or no, it would increase the reload speed. It would decrease the reload time. Okay, that makes more sense. By a much larger portion, so you wouldn't need Speed Cola because when you upgrade your gun, it would do that. And you already have the remedy for the attachments. I'm not a big fan of having an attachment replace perks, though. I don't like that idea. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? So I think that would be, first of all, one remedy there. Now, Juggernog. This one is huge. Juggernog, there is no remedy. There just isn't. I mean, there's this armor system they kind of try to put in place where you whip out your specialist weapon, you have armor while you have the specialist weapon out, but you don't get to keep the armor. It doesn't stay with you. Once you take out that specialist weapon, it's gone. They also have armor in terms of the shield, which is kind of like armor for your back, I guess, but we always had that. And some of the perks have sort of health related things, like Quick Revive regenerates your health faster, and the Stronghold perk gives you more health when you're standing still. But none of them are actual, like, Juggernog remedies, you know what I mean? But I came up with a great idea. For every perk that you have equipped at the moment, so if you have one perk equipped, you get one of these. If you have two, you get two of these. For every perk you have equipped in your game, you get plus 25 health or HP. So if you have 150, so what I'm saying is they should start with 150 on normal mode instead of 200. It should not be 200. I think that's way too high. That's basically spawning with 4 hits at spawn. I don't like that idea. It should stay at 150, but with every perk you get, it increases by 25. So then it'll go to 175. You get a second perk, it'll be 200. Obviously, if you go down and you lose a perk, it goes down, 1. And then it goes back. You could go all the way up to 250 if you have all 4 perks. So that's that. If there's any ways to earn more than 4 perks, I don't know if there is in these games, but if there is, it just stays at 250. It doesn't go any higher than that, because any higher than that would be way too overpowered, and it wouldn't be fun like that. But what this does is it actually makes me want to buy perks if it were to do this, because perks in this game are not that useful, because we don't have the 3 main perks, Jug, Sweet Cola, and Juggernaut, the ones that I always feel like I need. I'm like, I need those. I need to go buy those. That's what I have to do. And I don't feel the need to do that, which is not a good thing. It's not a bad thing either. It's just a different thing. But I never feel the need to buy perks. I always Pack a Punch first, and then I'll be like, perks are my last thing that I'm going to decide to do in Zombies and Black Ops 4, which is okay. It's not a terrible thing, but to kind of change that, to make people actually want to get perks as soon as possible, if you were to give them plus 25 health per perk they have, they will want to buy those perks as soon as possible, because they will want that health. And it will make it so we don't have to have Juggernaut as a crutch perk. It works perfectly. I think that's a perfect system that they're not going to do, because they already have the game in place. This is something they would have had before the game came out, and now I just feel like they're going to leave it how it is, which is unfortunate. I just don't think you should have 200 health at spawn. I think it's not really a balanced way to make the game work. That's that. Next up, I have to talk about the 4 perks per game. I don't like the idea of having only 4 perks on the map at a time. I don't like that. And the reason why I don't like that is because sometimes when you go down in the game, you might want to buy different perks. Sometimes you get a certain gun, and you're like, okay, I want this perk. I don't want, you might not know that before you go into the game. So when you have to choose the 4 perks you're going to have in that game, it kind of takes away the overall choice that you have in the middle of a match. You know what I'm saying? So what's the only way they can fix this? Well, I was thinking maybe just let us put 6 on the map at a time. Obviously, they'd have to add in 2 more locations on each map of a certain perk machine. They can do that. It's not that difficult. And once they do that, then we will have 6. And then you still only able to purchase 4 on the map, but you just have 6 on the map. You're just going to only have 4, so there's just 2 extra. And they'll be there just in case you want to get them after you go down, or if you change your mind in the middle of a game or something like that. That would be the best remedy, because this is remedies. If I were to make the game before, I just wouldn't have done this in the first place. I would have made it so the perks are kind of like, just on the map, just like they were previously. You didn't have to put them on yourself. But, it's okay. They already had the system, and it works in certain ways, so I'm okay with it. I don't like how the perks are down there either. The place they are, they kind of take up a little bit of the screen, and it's kind of in the way. So either give us the option, or just make it, default that they kind of move them either to the top left, right by the round counter, or to the right above the score, or right to the right of the score, or somewhere over there. And I don't like how it's kind of got that little outline around it. It should just be the perks, just the perks lined up, and they only appear when you actually equipped it. When you actually purchase the perk, not when it's just in your inventory or when it's in the map, because if I want to remember what perks I have, you should be able to press the back button and it should pop up there instead of it being there on your screen the whole time. It just gets kind of annoying. I would like for them to do something like that, or at least give us a choice to do something like that. Would be nice. So that's a remedy for that. Last but not least, it's the idea of the fact that we have these generic perk machines in the game. So what my remedy would be, obviously this would take some work out of Treyarch, but I know Treyarch's a big studio. I know they have the ability to do stuff like this, so hopefully, they can at least think about it. But it would be to give us the original perk machines that I'm sure they have the, original perk machines, like the, files of the outline of them, or whatever you call it, the animation of it in Black Ops 3, so they can just port it over to Black Ops 4. Just give us the original machines and the original jingles for all the original perks on the Ether story. For the new perks, just use the generic machines or whatever. Or if Treyarch wanted to go above and beyond, they could even make their own machines for each and every perk. I know they wouldn't do that because that would take a lot of time. But at the same time, I feel like they could do it. Now, the God statues, I would like them all to have their own specific God statue. but the game, it's already been out. I don't see that happening anytime soon. It's not a big deal. This last point is not that big of a deal. The other ones were actually major gameplay points that actually can be important. This is kind of just like a personal thing. A few people agree with me, but it would be nice to have them on actual machines that we are used to seeing in previous games. And it's not the fact that they're new machines. I'm fine with a new machine. If it looks new, I don't care. It's just the fact that there's only 4 of them and that you have to, assign it to a specific one, and you can have multiple different perks on the same looking machine. It doesn't fit well with me. I don't know. Oh, last thing I want to talk about, it's not really about perks, but it's about the D-pad. I don't like how the Gobblegums take up 4 D-pad slots. They just take up 1 D-pad slot that you have to cycle through, and then if you want to use it, you have to hold down Y or actually hold it. So then the other D-pad spots can be used for the shield, can be used for maybe inspecting weapons, or maybe emotes if they wanted to add that into zombies, stuff like that. So you can use D-pad for other stuff, and then you can save the LB slot or the L1, which is now for the shield, which I don't know why it's the shield. The shield should be on the D-pad. Is that you can use that for monkeys and the tomahawk and all those other things, so you don't have to trade out your lethal weapon for it, which would be really nice. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.